Hello, folks. This is Artie Astor here, your happy host, with another episode of B Sharp and C. Yes, the podcast about the underrated, the indie, and the up and coming. So I have a little something here. I have this idea, and I think a lot about music. I really do. I actually am extremely passionate about not just listening to songs. You know, I like listening to a good song. But the idea, the concept of having a group of people sitting together in a room, writing a song, recording it, and then having it affect possibly millions or tens of millions of people just by the emotion that it can invoke, the feelings and thoughts that it could stir up. Music is no joke. Why do you think when you watch a documentary or a docuseries about a murderer or a serial killer or something, right? Why do you think they play that really mysterious, dark, scary music in the background? Because they want you to feel scared. They want you to see the mystery. They want you to feel the mystery. They know that if you are emotional about what you are watching, you are going to be more engaged. And it is the music that stirs up the emotion, not even the content of what they're showing you on the screen. It's the music. Imagine for a second if you were watching a documentary about Jeffrey Dahmer, okay? One of the most horrific, one of the most sadistic serial killers to ever walk this planet. Imagine if they were showing a documentary about that and Pee Wee Herman's "A Bird is the Word" is playing in the background, okay? Or "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" was playing in the background while they were talking about this horrible serial killer. Do you think it would conjure up the emotion and feeling needed to engage the listener or to engage the audience in what they're trying to show you? The simple answer is a resounding no. Music is what conjures up the emotion that you need in order to watch any content on the television, okay? It's funny, I remember watching how the movie Signs was made with M. Night Shyamalan, and at one point he was being interviewed about the movie, and I think that he did great, especially in the beginning of his career. He did such a great job with writing and producing and directing, and he said that he actually planned on having no music at all for that movie. He learned something. You can't have a movie with absolutely no music. It's just, I mean, yes, you can have sequences of scenes, maybe gigantic periods of time with no music at all, but the music stirs up the emotion, okay? Now, why do I bring this up? Why do I bring that up? Am I about to say that we should B sharp and C and then mention some artist who does only movie scores? No, although trust me, my B sharp and C Jerry Goldsmith episode is coming. At some point, I will talk about Jerry Goldsmith. I think that he's my favorite. He, Hans Zimmer, there's a bunch of them out there, but Jerry Goldsmith was my favorite. But going back to my point, music is absolutely huge. It is an integral part of human nature, human society, human emotion, but yet we go to YouTube or we turn on the radio station or whatever the case may be. We go to wherever we want to go to search out good music, and then we walk away saying, rock and roll is dead. What the heck happened to it? I mean, stop and think about it. Where's the next U2? Where is the next any band? Pick a band. Where's the next Metallica? Where's the next The Doors? Where's the next Pink Floyd? Where's the next Led Zeppelin? I mean, heck, where's the next Tears for Fears? I mean, seriously. And it's kind of funny. Niall Horan comes out with this song. Oh, God, I forget the name of the song. Do I just Google it? I'm just going to Google. I'm going to talk while I Google so there's not like gigantic moments of silence. Niall Horan, songwriter. So he comes out with this song. I think it's called, you know what? I can't find it, but I just remembered it. She's on the Loose or something like that, right? And I thought, wow, this is great. This is great. An artist who it goes a little bit out of the pop genre. I don't mind pop. Like I've said before in this podcast, I love pop. Okay, Billie Jean from Michael Jackson comes on. I'm doing the moonwalk on my sailing, baby. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. Today, we don't even get good pop. I mean, seriously, wasn't Elton John considered a pop star? Where the heck is the Elton John today? What the heck? Is it over? I mean, is I don't know, Jamiroquai, Imagine Dragons, Coldplay? Are they the echoes of pop just dying out? Is that what that is? I mean, seriously, folks. Where is the good music today? So I'm taking it on as a personal responsibility to share through this podcast, right? B sharp and C. And it's kind of funny because you actually have to be sharp in order to really find some good music nowadays. If you don't have good promotion, if you don't have good whatever, social media presence, you can write and publish as many songs as you want. You can be your own publisher. You can be your own record label and put out a song and get a whopping 4 listens. The money talks, and if someone wants to invest in your music, they're going to put up the money first because they believe that they can promote your music and get it heard. Right, and that's the way it was done way back then. Some of these bands, they would get a front. The record label would front them money. Here's 10 grand. Go survive for a few weeks or whatever, and then they would make the album, and then the record label would promote it, and they have to promote it if they want to make their money back, right? So I mean, that's kind of lost. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, the music industry has changed. Everyone knows it except the musicians. The musicians are still out there saying, I have a CD of my new song. I'm going to mail it to this radio station. I hope they play it. Well, even if they played it every 6 minutes, it probably wouldn't do you any good, okay? So we need to be sharp and look. Be sharp and see what is out there today. You, the fan of music, have to go and look for the music you like. Maybe things will change. Who knows? But today, I want us all to be sharp and see the Neopolitans. Now, why do I bring out this band? Now, it's interesting that this band is it's not an American band, right? I don't know how much European success they've had. All I know is that one day I was going through YouTube looking for indie artists, and I came across this Russian band called the Neopolitans. It was a song called Slow Motion. We need to be sharp and see what this band is doing, and hopefully, these guys will become mainstream and easier to access, and hopefully for them, they can have success with their music so they can keep going. How many albums does someone have to put out before they say, okay, you know what? I'm going back to my day job. I was working in the IT field, and I was a medical assistant before this. Who knows? I don't know their life story. I know their names. We have on the vocals and the guitar, we have Anton Lunkov, vocals and keyboard, and I believe she came into the band a little later. Erica Janes, or Janes, it's Janes. It's Janes if you pronounce it like a gringo like me. Andreas Wake, he plays the electric guitar, and he does all the other guitar effects in the background. And Maxim Vinokurov, who is the drummer. Why do I mention this band? Now, they're listed as a electro indie pop band. They were formed in 2014. Now, I can go on and on about their history, but what I want to do is go on and on about their present. What they have done now is they have produced, recorded, released a few songs that blew me away. absolutely blew me away. Universe, what is wrong with you? People send me text messages. They say it in conversation that rock and roll is dead. I say it's got a faint pulse. We just have to revive it. That's all. It's got a faint pulse, folks. Go to YouTube, put in the band The Neopolitans, the song Slow Motion. As soon as the song starts, I'm talking the instant the song starts, it's got this nice muted plucking sound on the guitar that has a little bit of reverb to it, and some great strumming. And then Anton comes in with the vocals, and you immediately know the song has only been playing for 15 seconds, and you immediately know these guys are the real deal. And Anton's voice, his vocals are really warm and easy to listen to. It's a friendly voice, but there's depth to it. And the music around him, the engineering, the mixing, everything is perfect. And then on the second verse of the song, Slow Motion, Erica comes in. Now, she doesn't sing she provides backing vocals in some of their songs. She doesn't really come out in the forefront in all of her songs, but she's got a captivating, beautiful, smooth, and sultry voice. She comes in for the second verse of this song, and then when she comes in, it's like the stamp of approval. These guys are no joke. They are the real deal. Why are they not mainstream? We have to listen to music like this. We have to promote good music like this. It's not easy work. Trust me, I know. It is not easy to write, record, produce, and release a song that as soon as you listen to it, the listener says, wow, who is this? That is not easy to do. If it were easy to do, everyone would do it, right? The song progresses. There's a build-up on the guitar. The vocals harmonize. So Erica and Anton harmonize with each other. They sing together. The delay builds up on the backing guitar. It plays like a very melodic riff as the song goes on. And you begin to think to yourself, these guys are just as good as anybody. Now, why do I think that we need to talk about this band, right? This 4-piece band out of Russia, thousands of miles away from the United States. Why do we have to talk about this band? I'll tell you why. Because if you're a music lover and if you're a fan of good music, it is a sin to not talk about this band. These guys are the real deal. What is wrong with the universe? If this band came out in 1990, it would be on every radio station in America. Yes, in America. It would be on every radio station in 1990 if this song came out back then, right? They're that good. They just know what sounds good. They don't just sit down and say, let's write a song. Okay, the song is good enough. Now let's try to produce it in the studio so we can just release it. No. There's thought and emotion and feeling put into the actual writing process, and then even more thought and feeling and emotion and work put into the recording process. Guys, the Neopolitans, go to YouTube, put it in, search it out. I'll talk about one more song of theirs. It's a song called Just Don't Care. Now, and this is kind of funny because when I heard the song, I thought to myself, wow, they're really changing it up. They almost sound like an electronic band. And hey, guess what? The information that they sent me, that's right, I contacted the band and asked them, hey, I'm going to do a podcast about you. Can you give me some information about the band? They sent me some information, and they themselves understand that they're in the electro indie pop genre. But if you listen to the song Just Don't Care, that electronic feel, that electronica comes out, the synthesizer comes out, and then you hear the drop, a quick silence, and then the chorus comes in. And when this chorus comes in right after this drop, right, it's almost like they're saying, listen to us. We are the real deal. These guys are great, right? We need to give these guys a listen. There's great musicianship, great talent, great mixing and mastering. It's a great band to be a fan of. And I believe that they're going to have a lot of success. So it's nice to jump on the bandwagon early with a band like this, you know? This is not your band of teenagers in a garage making noise saying, hey, let's sell some cassettes, right? This is the real deal. One more song. It's a song called Bones and Soul, right? Have you ever heard the song Believer from Imagine Dragons? It's been downloaded or streamed on YouTube almost 2 billion times, right? And that song from Imagine Dragons, that song Believer, has that bigger than life feel about it. You almost want the apocalypse to come. You almost want some, life-ending event to happen in your life so you can run through the streets all bloodied and battered looking for your loved ones with a bat in one hand, a gun in the other, and you're like, wah! You almost want to feel like you're in an adventure movie when you listen to the song Believer from Imagine Dragons. Bones and Soul has that larger-than-life feel. It's got everything you need. And they give attention to small detail. There's panning going on in the background, But they don't use the effects. Some bands use effects as a crutch. Well, we can't play the instruments that good, so just add some extra echo, No, they don't do that. They're good musicians, and they use effects in the proper degree. It is not a crutch. It has that larger-than-life percussion going on in the background, too. So this is what I think we need to do. We need to be sharp, and we need to see the band, the Neopolitans, out of Moscow, Russia. These guys are the real deal. I recommend these 3 songs: Slow Motion, Just Don't Care, and Bones and Soul. There are other songs that they do, and I believe they're working on some more as well. So follow them. Follow their Facebook page. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. Whatever you need to do, don't miss the bandwagon on this. I strongly recommend the band, the Neopolitans, out of Moscow, Russia. So that's it for today. Nice quick episode of B Sharp and C. I am your host, Artie Astor. Please stay tuned for more. And if you have any recommendations or anything that you'd like to see a future podcast about, please comment on our Facebook page. You can find us on Facebook under Song Nerd. It's the word song and nerd, but it's a 3 instead of an E. So Song Nerd with a 3. And y'all have an excellent weekend.